welcome into the Rose City for the first of our basketball doubleheaders tonight when the Hawaii Rainbow Wahine invade the Chiles Center to take on the Portland Pilots. Welcome inside the Chiles Center. I'm Brian Slyke, joined by former Zag Jennifer Mountain, and we're glad to have you with us for the broadcast tonight. Hawaii comes in dropping a heartbreaker down the road at Oregon State Monday, and they don't want to head back to the islands winless. Meanwhile, Portland is ready to exhaust their opponent for their second win on the year. What are you expecting between these two tonight, Jennifer?
This is going to be a great matchup. You know, both teams, they were picked number 1 preseason. Portland's picked number 2. They've played each other in the past. This is two teams that are postseason last year. I think the effort's going to be there for both squads. There's a lot on the line, and it's a big test to see where both teams are at.
Well, Hawaii lost a key player from last season, but they're going to look to Deja Phillips to help fill that hole this year.
Yeah, Big West 6th man of the year last year, conference all honorable mention, 5'10" active guard who they rely on to score. She can rebound and run. She's versatile. She's going to be a huge factor versus Portland's pressure, and she does a great job of rebounding the basketball. Coach Beeman loves her athleticism and competitiveness. She can shoot the 3, and we must neutralize her.
Hawaii knows Portland is a tough opponent with how they play. What do they need to do to get the win?
Well, number 1, when you play Portland, you got to take care of the basketball versus their pressure. They want to minimize Alex Fowler's touches because Alex, we all know where she's at. And half-court execution is going to be a huge factor for them, and then rebounding in the guard spot especially for Hawaii will be crucial.
Portland's player to watch needs no introduction other than 3-time All-WCC first-team member Alex Fowler.
Yeah, tough as nails. She can do everything on the floor. Competitor, inside out with her versatility. She's expanded her game to the three-point line. She needs to be a huge presence inside tonight for the Pilots against Hawaii, and she needs to be a big factor because she's the front man on that press.
Well, the Pilots love home court. How do they defend it tonight, Jen?
They want to put pressure just like they do every night for 40 minutes, and they want to run with these guys, confront their speed because they have athleticism in the guard spot. They need to make sure they do a great job of guarding the three-point line, and then those hustle plays and boards will be a huge factor.
A battle of two high-power mid-majors clash in the Chiles Center. We've got starters and tip next. Welcome back inside the Chiles Center. Brian Slyke, Jennifer Mountain with your call. As the starters are getting announced for Portland, let's get you the starters between these two teams for Hawaii and Portland tonight. On the court for the Rainbow Wahine, it's going to be Ashley Toms, Lily Wahine Kapu, Callan Spiller, Nena Orji, and then our player to watch, Deja Phillips, is on the court for the Portland Pilots. Familiar names from what we saw the other night. With the addition of Lucy Cochran, you got Maisie Burnham, Kelsey Lindsay, Alex Fowler, and then Keely Frawley on the floor for the Pilots today. The Wahine are coached by Laura Beeman. She's in her 11th season overall with the Wahine, a 162-134 overall record, but she's amassed over 550 career wins in her 25-year head coaching career. On the other side, Michael Meek in his 4th season, 56-35 here on the Bluff, but 287 and only 71 losses overall in his head coaching career, and he led the Pilots to their WCC championship in his 1st season. A truly shocking story as they were picked to finish 10th and then went through the tournament, took down Gonzaga, and then finished off with San Diego and came home with that trophy. Portland's going to be wearing purple with Portland in white across the chest. Hawaii is in white. Hawaii in green text across the chest. Opening tip, won by the Pilots as it's chased down by Alex Fowler. And as we get into this game, it's good to see Lucy Cochran out on the court as she didn't play on Monday against Willamette.
Yeah, had a little bit of a calf strain and certainly didn't want to aggravate it in a game, you know, getting ready for this week. Big test this week.
Pilots move the ball around, and who other than Cochran to nail the first basket?
Well, that's the, you know, nice little mid-range jumper right there. She's got range almost out to the three-point line, and when you're 6'6" kid, can shoot it, you're in great shape.
Here's the full court pressure put on by the Pilots that the Wahine knew was going to happen.
Well, handling the pressure is going to be one thing, and then it's getting great opportunities to score in the half court.
Pass over to the corner to Phillips. Across the paint, and it will go out of bounds. Intended for Spiller. First turnover.
Yeah, it was the right idea. Just didn't execute the pass there. But I like the penetration and drive there. Defense just didn't shift down for Portland.
And a man for Hawaii at the moment. Burnham picks up her dribble in the paint. The turnaround jumper over Phillips.
Great patience. Again, there's that mid-range. Macy Burnham, she's got a great mid-range game.
Phillips through the middle of the court. Wahine Kapu, the Big West Freshman of the Year last season at Cal State Fullerton, now leads this offense for the Rainbow Wahine.
And you can see Coach Beeman just telling them to settle. Big factor.
Shot goes up, no contact with the rim. It goes out of bounds, and it will be Portland basketball.
Great defense by Portland there, making them make a contested shot. That's exactly what you want. You know, if you're Hawaii, you want better possessions offensively and just getting yourself in a little bit more rhythm.
Frawley with it, looking for an outlet right now. Finds Burnham behind the three-point line, knocks it down.
Versatility right there for Portland. Macy Burnham with the mid-range jumper and then pulls the three.
5 points early on for Burnham. Now she traps Wahine Kapu, gets it out to Phillips. Spiller was open underneath. Phillips keeps it herself and comes up short on the shot. Cochran will get fouled.
It looked like there was a little body contact there on that drive for Phillips. No call. And now you're going to see Hawaii put a little bit of press themselves. They like to go up-tempo just as Portland does. That's what we talked about. The pace of this game is going to be quick.
Portland keeps it outside. Now they got Burnham open for another wing three. This one is short. Was rebounded by Orji, last touched by Burnham.
Not a bad look right there. I mean, that's a wide open three. She just hit one previous. Good execution in the half court by Portland, getting good quality shots. Little run and jump.
The Wahine get it across the timeline. Orji near the elbow. Working to pass. Frawley. No contact with the rim and a foul called. It'll be Portland basketball.
That's a really a good take from the high post by Orji. Just didn't, again, gather and finish. They're doing a nice job of breaking the press. They're just not getting good quality opportunities in the half court right now if you're Hawaii.
Orji called for the foul. That's her first, the team's second in this quarter.
Little 2-2-1, three-quarter. Hawaii in their man-to-man defense right now.
Fowler with it, goes inside, went baseline, and a charge called. She did dip that shoulder right into Toms.
Great defense by Toms holding her position, arms out. That's exactly what you want. Cuts off the baseline. You can see Alex just extended her arm a little bit. Easy call for the official.
Phillips cuts it back into the middle of the court, stops at the WCC. Sybil finds Spiller underneath, but she can't finish.
That's one she's going to want back here.
It'll stay with the Pilots. Kai Tu'u will come in. Fowler will go to the bench. In fact, you're going to get a couple of fresh legs out there. Shearer comes out. Meek and Bruno all hit the court as Frawley, Burnham, and Lindsay follow to the bench.
You know, that's the thing, that the depth on this Portland squad is you don't lose a beat with the next squad coming in or the next four, next three coming in, and you just wear down your opponent. You know, they got a nice start, 7-0 lead right now. Hawaii has done a great job versus the pressure in the full court, just have not knocked down any shots and had quality possessions.
Kai Tu'u comes in after setting a career high in points. She put up 20 against the Bearcats on Monday. Shearer hits the hardwood. Phillips got her hands on it, and it'll be a jump ball in favor of Hawaii.
Yeah, Liana did a great job the other night. I was impressed with her composure, her gather, the ability to just, you know, be a presence underneath. And, you know, if she can continue that for the season, they've got another weapon down low.
Phillips goes deep into the block, kicks it back out to Wahine Kapu. Orji with it, top of the key, going up against Bruno.
Good
Great pass around Amani Perez. Perez just checked in, a freshman from Denver, Colorado.
Again, a little three-quarter 2-2-1, more of a tempo press.
Shearer has it on the near wing. Meek with it, 10 on the shot clock. Pilots keep it outside the three-point line. 5 on the clock now. Inside to Kai Tu'u. And a foul's going to be called on Toms. That'll be her first and the team's third of this quarter.
Yeah, Toms just got stuck behind. Kind of used that knee to move Liana out of the paint.
There's that blob. Yeah. Do you even call it a blob? It's just a toss inside to one person. Nobody's really moving, right?
Well, it's a baseline out of bounds play,
That's
and
true,
they
yeah.
certainly do it a lot. So, you know, they just catch somebody just sleeping for a half a second. That's all you need. And I mean, honestly, I don't think they've actually run anything but that so far out of bounds this season.
Spiller comes back onto the court for Orji. And just a few moments ago, Jovi Lefotu entered for Wahine Kapu. Lefotu and Wahine Kapu actually sisters.
Yep.
Despite the different last names, and we'll get into that story a little bit later on, as Lefotu gives it up to Spiller. Got some separation from Cochran and hits the three.
Great range right there by Spiller. Much more composed offensively, that half-court execution right there by Hawaii.
Mikel Meek with it, gives it up to Kai Tu'u. Cochran at the elbow. And stripped from behind by Toms, and she hits the deck as Kai Tu'u got her hand in it. And now we got a blocking foul on Phillips. That will be her first and the team's fourth personal foul. Sends us to break, 9-5. Portland leads by 4. They just ended nearly a 3-minute scoreless drought. Maisie Burnham's got 5 early on. We'll be back on the WCC Network. Welcome back inside the Child Center. Maisie Burnham, 5 early points for the Portland Pilots as they lead by 4, 9-5. Brian Slyke and Jennifer Mountain with your call out of the break. These two teams actually played last season down at Hawaii in Honolulu. Pilots were able to take that one 91-77. But Hawaii did have a good performance for Amy Atwell. She put up 30 points. Olivia Davies was the only one that had double digits. The only problem for Hawaii in this matchup, both of them are not on the floor tonight.
Yeah, Atwell, just a tremendous guard drafted by the Sparks in the WNBA, and obviously an all-conference player.
Rebound put back up and miss. Spiller with a 3. Nothing but nothing.
You know, you look at the game so far, we talked about the pace. You know, normally Portland puts a lot of pressure and gets a lot of turnovers in the full court in their press. Right now, Hawaii's doing a great job of handling it. It's just not executing in the half court and getting quality shots, whereas Portland's shooting 80% from the field right now with 4 or 5 from the field.
Portland does have 4 turnovers in the first quarter, though.
Yep.
They move it around. Shear on the 3, gets iron, and a rebound goes out of bounds. It goes to Hawaii.
Great crash by Burnham on the weak side board right there. Almost took it away from him. Here's that pressure.
Fotu going up against Lindsay.
They have the guards that can play with them.
No look to Perez on the block, but it was at her feet, allowing for a loose ball and a jump ball, and it should go to Hawaii.
Yeah, Hawaii fortunate right there not to turn that ball over. They've got 2 turnovers on the quarter so far.
Portland has not scored in almost 2 minutes and 15 seconds. As Perez tried to wrap it around Fowler, get a kick ball violation. It'll stay with the Rainbow Wahine.
Good pass.
Inside, it's blocked by Fowler. It's Milani McBee gets denied in the paint. Now, we just talked about Atwell. She made 76 three-pointers last year. McBee was second with 29. So you lost a lot of offense, and so McBee is your reigning three-point champion to return from last year.
And that's something that Coach Meek just talked about. That's a nice drive by Lindsay, just drawing the contact, getting yourself to the free throw line. But going back to, you know, talking to Coach Meek about the matchups this week, guarding the three-point line was going to be a huge factor for them.
Yeah, in Hawaii's loss down at Oregon State, they lost 61-60, but 8 different players hit a three-pointer in that game. And when we talked to Coach Beeman about that, she said, well, it wasn't really necessarily part of the game plan. They just gave us those opportunities that were quality shots that they put up, and they fell for their team.
Yeah, and that's one of her points of emphasis, is getting a quality shot in the half court. And right now they have struggled to do that. You know, and you look at the lead here by 6 by Portland.
Kaitu with the steal. Pilots on the break. Lindsay couldn't get a clean handle of it in the corner. Fortunately found Kaitu. Burnham at the letters turns it over, and a foul.
Little frustration foul right there. Tried to go, and Burnham tried to go that high-low with Fowler right there. Just didn't have herself. A little ball fake from that high post spot. She would have had that, but 5 turnovers in the last 5 minutes for Portland.
Portland no field goals in about 3 minutes. Hawaii also hasn't scored in 2.5 minutes. Avery Watkins checks in.
Great pressure.
10 seconds. That's the pressure we were waiting to see from Portland. Full court pressure right there, causing that 10-second call.
And Portland did a great job right there. The last few times down the floor, Hawaii's just a little reverse, kick it to the other side, and off they went. But Portland's backside guard kind of snuck in there and took that away. Nice job, and got a 10-second call.
6-point lead, just under 2.5 minutes left to go in the first quarter. Shearer fighting for position. Wahine Kapu denying her. Elbow jumper, no good for Cochran.
A little quick, I think, offensively right there.
Wahine Kapu was the former Gatorade Player of the Year in Hawaii, along with her sister Lefotu, who followed up the year after as the Pilots force another turnover.
She's got a great little handle.
Lead pass up to Burnham, and the Pilots convert.
Great lead pass, like you said, and then a great finish by just gathering and taking her time, not going too quick.
Hawaii's got 4 turnovers in the last 3.5 minutes. They haven't scored during that time either. Wahine Kapu lips out on that 3, and a foul called.
Birdsong over the back there, I believe.
That'll be the 5th foul on Hawaii as Bruno checks back in for Burnham. Frawley enters for Shearer. And it should be automatic 2 for the 5th foul.
Yep.
Tonight's referees, Anita Ortega, Benny Luna, and Erica Parker.
That foul was on McBee, I believe.
Yes, that would be her 2nd personal foul as well. Burnham last season a 70% free throw shooter. Missed the first one.
Transfer from Eastern Washington, had a great year for them last year. Just, again, learning the system. That last second half of that season really was a great addition, and she's just done a great job the last 2 games here, just sparking them right from the get-go.
Lindsay breaks up the pass intended for Phillips. It goes out of bounds. It'll stay with Hawaii.
Good anticipation by the back line.
I was waiting to see something like that happen with the pressure that they forced and that full court pressure, and the passes from Wahine Kapu, mainly just sort of being Superman passes or over the shoulder to get over the height.
Yep.
Watkins misses the baseline jumper. Frawley pushing tempo.
She's got Fowler inside, Mr.
And there should be a foul on Watkins right there, pushing Fowler on the block.
Well, Fowler, the thing about Fowler, she can run. I mean, that's the thing. If you don't go with her, like right there, she got herself down the floor right off the bat, established position, and you can see right here just the physicality that she's going against inside because they're stuck behind.
Fowler 5th all-time in UP's scoring history with over 1,500 points. Nearly a 75% free throw shooter, makes both.
I mean, you got your 4 player that can run like that. She's front of the press. That just shows her athleticism and versatility.
Pilots wasting no time to try and trap in the corner. Wahine Kapu quickly down the court. And too hard off the glass. Bruno hits the hardwood. She wraps up the ball, and we've got a jump ball.
Great hustle by both squads. I think Cochran deterred that shot just a tiny bit.
Yeah.
Didn't get the block, but certainly had an effect on the shot.
Kelsey Imai will inbound for Hawaii as they keep possession. 10-point lead for Portland. Phillips gets by Bruno in the paint and using the glass for 2.
Great take right there. Used her body. You know, nice little 2-dribble mid-range game. I like it.
That ends a 6-0 run over the last 2 minutes and 15 seconds. 30 seconds until the end of the quarter. Frawley hits the court. Cochran has it. Out to Lindsay. 10 on the shot clock. 9 seconds between game clock and shot clock. Lindsay drives and had it stripped away. She tried to get it to the corner to Frawley, and a foul is called.
Little reach in on the drive right there.
Wahine Kapu gets called for the foul. That'll be
Good take right here, trying to draw the defense and have that strong side corner three-point shot available.
That being the 8th team foul, Lindsay will get 2 shots at the line with 13.9 seconds till the end of the quarter.
Hawaii just one of their last 8 from the field. Again, doing a nice job for the most part against the full court press. And the pressure, just not knocking down shots.
Bruno going into the corner to get it. Tried to save it. Loose ball taken by Hawaii. Phillips down to the other end, gets fouled. It's going to be on Lindsay. That'll be her first personal, the 4th one on the Pilots, with 6 seconds until the end of the quarter.
Good pass by Emmy. Put that in your left hand and go hard. Got herself to the free throw line nonetheless.
Phillips nearly 76% from the line, shoots 75.8. An all-freshman team player a couple of years ago. Big West honorable mention last year.
Very athletic.
Bruno checks out for the Pilots. Portland quickly getting it up the court. And they can't beat the buzzer as it goes off the lip of the rim, but great execution to quickly get down the court, but can't convert the basket.
You're absolutely right. Great execution. You don't get a better look than that.
15-9, the Pilots lead after 1. We'll be back with more on the WCC Network. (15-9), Portland Pilots lead as we start the second quarter. Inside Burnham, trying to go around Phillips. The turnaround goes. 9 points now for Burnham.
Yeah, she's off to a terrific start here and just getting quality looks. I've been really impressed with Portland's poise on offense. They had a little bit of a moment there where they struggled to score, but right back to the bread and butter.
Spiller smooth with it on the baseline. She's got 5 points now to go along with a rebound.
Yeah, I've been impressed with Hawaii's ability to handle the full court press. I mean, we don't see that a lot with people coming in. Really, teams struggle against this pressure, especially with the depth that Portland has. It's just been an execution in the half court. I think they've settled down once, you know, maybe the last 3 minutes of that first quarter.
Meek comes in for Lindsay, takes over the point guard role. Skip pass to Burnham. She's got the hot hand right now. Gives it up to Meek. 6 on the shot clock. Burnham into Fowler. Quadruple teamed out to Burnham. Hits the 3!
Well, that's where Alex Fowler right there. I mean, dump the ball in and somebody's going to go double team her. Ends up with a kick back out. Wide open 3 for Burnham.
12 points for Burnham. And under 12 minutes and change, hard foul, she went for the ball.
Good anticipation, just a step late on that, but she's having a great first half so far.
Orji comes in for Watkins. Shearer will come in for Burnham. Now you're seeing sort of, never mind, I was going to say zone for a second, but no, they man-to-man. 5 on the shot clock. Wahine Kapu over Meek, that one's short, and taken from behind by Phillips.
Should have been a shot clock violation.
Yeah, it never hit rim. Coach Meek is furious about it, and it turns into 3 points as Phillips, she was shooting in an urgent fashion right there.
Yeah, that's a big miss right there, and hopefully that doesn't come back to bite him at the end here. 6-point game, but that should have been a shot clock violation.
Fowler underneath the hoop. Off the mark, Shearer comes flying in to get the rebound, but sends it out of bounds.
Great job of Shearer, again, crashing the board from the guard spot. Fowler with a one-on-one down low, one that normally she doesn't miss.
Toms and Wahine Kapu dealing with the pressure from the Portland Pilots. Cochran came up, put her hands on her, and that'll be a foul for Lucy. That'll be her first and the team's second of this quarter.
Yeah, Lucy extended right there, literally on the 10-foot line of the volleyball court, looking to trap.
Kaitu'u will come in for Cochran.
Coach Meek is still asking about that 30-second violation there.
Talking with Anita Ortega, just shaking his head after,
I don't blame him.
Again, missing that shot clock violation. Wahine Kapu is still looking for her first basket. She's 0 for 4 from the field. Spiller's not, though, and knocks down another one. She's got 7.
Again, a nice little baseline drive. Post player tees up, and that's a nice shot for Spiller.
4-point lead for Portland. Inside to Kaitu'u, and a foul on Orji. That'll be her second personal, the first one by the Wahine in this quarter.
All the post players right now for Portland have done a nice job of posting up strong in the paint. They're getting the defense caught on their backside. It's been number one-on-one from the block, and they've gotten themselves to the free throw line, having some good success.
And there's a baseline out of bounds play. That's just an easy toss.
Great athleticism right there.
Sort of an alley-oop situation. Yep. I mean, you made the comment the last time it was a baselines out of bounds play. You're right. I don't think they've run anything other than that single play so far through the first 5.5 quarters.
Yeah, and you know, if you're the opposing coach, you're a little frustrated because it's like your defense isn't just quite ready. And as soon as that ball is handed to the officials, Portland is finding the person that's not paying attention, and they've had some huge success with it so far.
McKenna Hare checks in, a grad student from Charlotte, North Carolina. Phillips gathers and puts it off the glass and in.
Good take and right over Cochran right there. She's had some success driving to the rim.
She's got 8 points. Quickly inside to Kaitu'u. She singled with Spiller using the glass, but can't get it to fall.
Good high-low opportunity, but just faded away too far from the rim.
Wahine Kapu picked up her dribble, needs some help, finds Phillips.
Portland in man-to-man in the half court. They'll look to run and jump anytime, whether it's full or half.
Basket no good, and Lindsay with the long rebound. They've got numbers. Shearer weighs it in.
They are so deadly in the open floor.
Six-point lead. 5.5 left to go until halftime. Wahine Kapu finally makes her first basket. She's got 3.
And there's a defensive mistake right there. You're coming off the on ball. Defense goes underneath. She did a great job of recognizing, pulls the 3.
Portland's made their last 3 shots as Kai Tu'u gets inside, tried to give it up to Cochran, and out of bounds.
Well, that's a nice move to the rim, but that ball's got to go up to your 6'6" kid. It's too far down to catch that bounce pass.
That takes us to the immediate break, 24-21 with 4:56 left to go until halftime. Pilots lead by 3. Welcome back inside the Child Center. Brian Slyke, Jennifer Mountain with your call. Just about 4:56 left to go until halftime, and the Rainbow Wahine hanging tough inside the Child Center. They're trailing by 3, 24-21.
2 point.
So the clarification we just got, not exactly what we were thinking, but they changed the 3 that was in the corner into a 2. That was by Deja Phillips.
Correct, and I don't know if they can go back and change what we thought was a shot clock violation, but they did make it a 2, like you said.
So that'll make it a 4-point lead now, 24-20. Well, early on, Jen, the Pilots are shooting 64%, 67 from three-point land. I mean, offensively, you've liked what the Pilots have done, correct?
I really do. I think they've been poised. They've got balanced scoring inside and out. They got 10 points in the paint right now. The thing about it is they're just not getting transition buckets that they're used to off of the press because Hawaii's done a nice job of handling it. It's just half-court execution at times for them.
Cheers slapped it away from Phillips. Imai gives it back to Phillips on the block. Cochran causing trouble.
Well, great job of Phillips just taking it at Cochran right over the top of her. Again, here's that 2-2-1, little three-quarter court. Again, I think more just a time and score issue, not trying to put a ton of pressure.
Slow down the Pilots. Portland does like to play quickly. Quick pass to Lindsay. She can hit these threes.
Good
Didn't get
rebound.
the foul she wanted. Imai with it.
Good hands by Shear.
Lindsay keeps it outside the three-point line, finds Fowler. The quick basket doesn't go, though.
She looked like she had a little contact there, but again, just a great job of getting deep in the paint with somebody on your back.
Imai into the corner, finds Hare. Front iron, gets her own rebound by chasing it. And a travel call.
That was a good call.
Malika Samia will get into the game for her first action. Lindsay goes to the bench. Kaitu'u also on the floor now for Cochran.
Samia, a nice addition to this Portland squad. Strong athletic guard. I was impressed with her the other night. Obviously haven't had a chance to see her play a whole lot, but I think she's going to do some good things here on the Bluff.
Kaitu'u gives it up to Shearer.
Kind of passed up a look there.
And 3 seconds called against Portland.
Yeah, Emmy Shearer's got to shoot that. You know, she's got a 7-footer in the paint. Got to shoot that ball.
You know, going back to Samia, you know, great recruit for Meek to come in with this system. I mean, she seems like an unselfish player, really buying into the team play. And then just another ball handler. Even though she hasn't played a whole bunch of point guard, but she's more than willing to learn. I think that could be a valuable weapon going forward for the Pilots.
Oh, for sure, and she fits his system. I mean, that's a great job of recruiting right there. Is you want to bring players in that are going to enhance you, and she just fits exactly what he's trying to do. But I think she's probably more of an off guard by trade, but can play both. Good job by Fowler.
Fowler just strips it away from Lefotu. And Lefotu will also be called for the foul. That'll be her first personal. And the second team foul for Hawaii. Portland has not scored in nearly 3 minutes. It's 24-22. Wahine hanging tough inside the Chiles Center tonight. They're looking for revenge after dropping the game in Hawaii last season, 91-77. And Bruno answers with a 3, and that ends the drought for Portland.
Well, that's something that she's really worked on in the offseason. Every game we come in, she's in here shooting beforehand.
Lefotu near the block, picks up her dribble, finds Imai. Bruno on defense. Fowler comes up, strips it away from her. Steal for Portland. Wanted Bruno, but smart not to pass it. Phillips was baiting it, and she gets the steal anyways. High pass for Lefotu. Bruno can't affect it. Lefotu gets her first points.
A great catch.
Yeah. Over the shoulder.
Yeah. Wide receiver in a football game right there.
Yeah, there's some action going on tonight. 27-24. Shearer fighting on the block. I think she wanted a foul called there from Phillips.
Yeah, the officials are letting him play. I like that as a coach. I mean, let him play a little physical inside.
90 until halftime. Cochran and Frawley will come back in for Portland. The next dead ball. Imai quickly off the glass.
Nice take, just a little rushed on the finish. High low.
You can hear Coach Meek from across the gym. Finds Kaitu'u underneath.
They've had that opportunity all night long. The high-low option has been something that Portland has had the opportunity to go to the entire half. And now you got Fowler and Lucy in the game, Cochran in the game. That's a hard combo to stop for that high-low.
Samia's set to inbound. Phillips told to tuck in her uniform before play can start again. Hawaii's got 4 turnovers in the last 3.5 minutes. That's why they have been unable to take the lead over Portland, despite the Pilots being on a 3-minute drought for their last basket.
Fowler a little frustrated with herself right there. great fake of the handoff there and a turn and a high post drive. I mean, again, she's got the ability to put the ball on the ground. They've got to respect her from the free throw line as far as jump shot is concerned. And, you know, just unfortunate, you know, that she didn't finish on the drive.
Fowler missing her first free throw. Only 2 points so far. Make it 3 now after making that one. And
yeah, she doesn't have a field goal in the game right now.
it's not unheard of. We've seen her come out with a slow first half, but respond in the second half. But your team right now is scoring without her, which you do like to see. That's a 15th foul on Portland. Bruno gets called for the foul. So with a minute left until halftime, the Rainbow Wahine will have 2 shots as Wahine Kapu misses the free throw.
Both teams have struggled a little bit from the free throw line. Portland shooting 50%.
Wahine Kapu, an 80% free throw shooter, just missed both of the free throws right there.
I was mistaken. They were 100% before those 2 misses. I just jinxed them.
Frawley tried to go back door, and there was a lot of traffic in the way. Fotu got her hand in there against Cochran. It went out of bounds. I don't think there was a foul called.
Well, you can see the physicality from Hawaii. I think that has kind of rattled Portland a little bit at times. Good extra pass.
Yep, into the corner to Bruno. That's long. Offensive rebound by Fowler. Finds Samia beyond the free throw line, and it'll fall after rattling around. "20 seconds until halftime. Fotu in the paint, picks up the dribble, kicks it out to Hare. And the grad transfer can't hit it. Offensive rebound, Spiller. 10 on the clock. Denied by Cochran.
Yeah, a little miscommunication there on the defensive board. 2 of them at the same time. And then you can see just a great job of Lucy coming over with the block.
She had over 110 blocks last year that set the single season record for the Pilots. 3 on the clock. Gives it up to Spiller. Can she beat the buzzer? No, off iron. And that will end our half. 32-24, Portland leads as we head into halftime. Jen, any quick thoughts?
I thought the pace was really good for both teams. You know, I think offensively they both struggled at times, but Hawaii doing a great job of handling the full court press.
Well, we'll be back with first half stats and highlights in just a few moments. 32-24, the Pilots lead on the WCC Network.
I love the fact that higher education can be transformative. It can change someone's trajectory of their life. So it's my hope that the University of Portland, we are the transformative Catholic university in the West Coast. I was born and raised in the great state of New Jersey. I'm the youngest person in my family. I have some amazing parents who have sacrificed a lot to provide an education for me and my brother. You know, we grew up knowing you're going to get your education, you're going to go to church, and anything is possible as you go forward in your life. My name is Rob Kelly, and I am the president of the University of Portland.
We were simply thrilled when Dr. Kelly accepted the opportunity to come to the University of Portland. We spent hours, weeks, months discerning this important decision, and he was exactly what this university needs moving forward.
Hey guys. Nice to see you.
I think you've already seen that on campus already. Dr. Kelly's everywhere. He's ubiquitous. He's energetic. I think he's a tremendous role model. His experience in higher education at this university and other universities will serve him so very well. There's no one more prepared to lead this university into its next great chapter here on the Bluff.
This is my first day with lots of students on campus in a physical format. The students are back, and this is the beginning of it. It's like Christmas morning.
Clearly a person that was able to build connections and relationships with people. His prior experiences, it was very intentional that Rob was preparing himself to one day hopefully have the opportunity to lead a Catholic university, and I'm grateful that he chose us as much as we chose him.
I've been so blessed to know him for over 24 years, and one of the very first conversations we had, we found out we both loved higher ed, and he talked about, I want to be a college president one day. And it really struck me because my father was a college president, and so I saw a lot of similarities in somebody that I, greatly admire and love more than anything. He is like the cheerleader for our family.
My children, Alex and Addison, first they ground me completely. They give all of this work that I'm doing and everything meaning.
To be such a collaborator, communicator, and somebody that really deeply believes in justice, it seemed like those were the things that he just naturally is.
I have been extremely blessed to have different people in my life. People like Sister Frances, she was my 4th grade school teacher. I remember those little lessons that she taught us, and I bring that with me into the work that I do now.
Welcome to all of you.
My message to students would be that they're loved. We want to walk with them and accompany them as they go off and do amazing things in the world. And we're always going to be there. It's about community, and we're going to help them to get connected as we go forward in life. Welcome home, and go Pilots.
Dr. Kelly, on behalf of the entire Board of Regents, we are thrilled that you are finally here on the Bluff.
Dr. Kelly and his family, so grateful that you've become a part of the University of Portland. Can't wait to see all of the fantastic things that we can accomplish.
Welcome, Dr. Kelly, to Villa Maria Hall. Welcome, Dr. Kelly, to the University of Portland.
We're so proud of you and wish you the best of luck at University of Portland.
Congrats, Dad, on becoming president. I'm really proud of you.
Every day, remember where your strength lies. God and heaven are below our feet and above our heads, and so always look up and remember that you are loved and you can do this. Congratulations.
Welcome back to the City of Roses on the campus of the University of Portland as Hawaii is taking on Portland inside the Chiles Center. Brian Schleich and Jennifer Mountain with your call. It's halftime between these two. 32-24, the Pilots lead. And Jen, a bit of back and forth between these two teams. I don't think Hawaii ever took the lead, but they kept up with the Pilots for that entire first half.
Yeah, I thought they did a tremendous job of, again, handling the full court pressure. It really came down to half-court execution. They're shooting just under 35% from the field, 22% from the three-point line, which is a big factor right there. But I thought both teams had some really good moments, and then at times got a little bit sloppy, turning the basketball over. Rebounds pretty even, 18-14, but I think it was a pretty decent half. Again, I think the pace is good. It's just going to be who's going to make shots in the second half.
Well, somebody who was making shots in that first half for the Portland Pilots was Maisie Burnham. She had 12 points and 1 rebound. She was 5 of 7 shooting in that first half, including 2 3-pointers.
Yeah, she came out just, red hot. Scored that mid-range jumper, shot the 3. Again, her versatility is just, and actually, I think she went out in the beginning or the second quarter with 2 fouls, so could have had more point production. But she's been really solid for them. She can run the floor, a great catch and a finish. She's just one of those kids that, again, I love her mid-range game. She's expanded her range a little bit, and a great job of posting up. You got somebody that's almost 6 foot, guarding somebody. That becomes a hard matchup for opponents.
Yeah, the sophomore from Spangle, Washington has done such a great job in a Pilot uniform, and she continues to impress inside the Chiles Center.
Yeah, and you see right there that kick out by Fowler, and that's going to happen all season long. Nice little dump in by Burnham. They've got a double team and a kick out for the 3.
Let's take a look at some of those stats in the first half. Jen, you were just mentioning the rebounds in that first half. Only a 1 rebound advantage for Portland. But they're shooting 52% from the field again. They're shooting at a high clip like we saw against Willamette.
Yeah, I mean, it comes back to that half-court execution. You look at the stats, both teams turned the ball over probably a little bit too much in that first half, 10 and 9. But it's coming down to the field goal percentage. Quality shots are going to be a big key.
Yeah, 11 assists on 12 made field goals for Portland as well.
Well, you look. We go back to the depth of Portland. 8 people scored in that first half.
All right, points in the paint. We knew that Fowler and Cochran were going to be a presence, but it's kind of been Maisie Burnham inside too, but 12 points to 10 points in advantage. But the points off the bench is nice to see for the Pilots.
Yeah, great job. That goes again to the depth that this squad has. 8 people scored in the half. I mean, Fowler had 2 points, and no field goals. So you look at this, and then you look at points off turnovers, where Hawaii is actually leading in that category 10-5, and that's not normally what you see in a Portland stat sheet.
Yeah. Well, we've got the rest of halftime right here. We'll be back in about 2.5 minutes with the start of the second half. Portland leads 32-24. Bridge City here on the campus of the University of Portland. The Pilots are leading 32-24 over the Hawaii Rainbow Wahine. Brian Slyke and Jennifer Mountain with your call. Jen, you brought up a great point at halftime. The points off turnovers for Hawaii, 5 more points than Portland, and not normal to seeing that. We're used to seeing high turnovers created by Portland turning into points, and they just haven't really gotten that. They've had some opportunities in transition, but some buckets haven't fallen.
Well, it just goes back to what I've said earlier about them, Hawaii, being able to handle the full court pressure. It's just been a matter of execution in the half court that they've struggled with a little bit.
Phillips can square up right into a 3, bottom of the net.
And I was going to say this first, 2 or 3 minutes is going to be really crucial. Little 2-2-1 press of their own here against Portland, trying to create some turnovers and pressure.
It's Lindsay, Fowler, Cochran, Frawley, and Burnham to start this second half for the Pilots. And Cochran gets blocked by Spiller and almost stolen back by Frawley, but it goes off the end line.
Cochran looks like she is kind of grimacing a little bit there on that take. Hawaii in a little bit of a zone themselves in the half court.
Phillips, by the way, 13 points now, 5 of 6 shooting in just 16 minutes of play. Wahine Kapu going up against Frawley. Lindsay comes over to help. Dribble picked up.
Good patience. She's an experienced guard that's just smart.
Fowler and Frawley force that turnover as Lindsay now leads the Pilots.
Back to man.
Fowler sets a screen. Lindsay can't get around Orji, picks up her dribble, finds Burnham in the paint, turnaround jumper off iron, and it'll be one and done for the Pilots.
Good defense by Hawaii right there. Again, making her make a contested tough shot, little turnaround jumper.
Stutter step, short off glass. Cochran up to Frawley in transition.
Little 2-on-1 right there.
Orji set to inbound. Full court pressure put on by the Pilots.
Portland looking to run and jump here at this pressure. There it is, got the steal. Lindsay gets the steal in the full court.
Lindsay blocked by Phillips.
Great recovery by Phillips.
Phillips having a very nice game so far. And you talk about the recovery after the turnover, staying with it.
Very athletic.
Burnham will get fouled. It seems to be on Orji. That'll be her 3rd personal foul, the first one on the Wahine this half.
I think that's the first out-of-bounds play that Portland has run all season long. Here's the second.
Yep. Go out to Fowler. Almost double-teamed. Lindsay puts the 3 up after inbounding it, and she hits it.
She's got a really quick release and can really shoot the basketball. Playing in this point guard spot with Andrews out has kind of taken the ball, away from her shooting ability. She's directing everything, but that's a good look out of the out-of-bounds play.
The pressure by the Pilots forces a turnover, so they'll take over on their side of the court. Lindsay's got 5 points after that last bucket. Fowler cross court to Frawley. Burnham working for position on the block. Fowler drives in, hits the deck, gives it up to Cochran. And sends a pass right into the gut of Phillips.
I think Cochran right there, she's got to take those 2 dribbles and just jump hook and go right at somebody. A little passive. Not used to seeing that with her. She's, had a nice job last season of scoring the basketball.
Only one basket so far, and that's what opened up our game tonight. Laine Kapu has had a quiet night as well. 1 of 7 shooting now. Frawley attacking the basket, strong. And it'll stay with the Pilots, though. They're saying it's off of Perez.
Great attack of the rim right there by Frawley. Again, just kind of falling away from the rim instead of going straight up. That's going to be one that she's going to want back for sure.
An 8-point lead for Portland.
Oh, nice pass.
Yeah, whips it to the corner to Lenzi. Hits front iron, and the lead pass goes out of bounds, and another turnover by Hawaii.
Yeah, unfortunate right there for Hawaii. Again, you know, it seems like every time they make a little bit of run, they have multiple turnovers back to back, or something happens, just not getting quality shots.
Yeah, they've got 4 turnovers in the last about 3 minutes and change. We'll be right back. It's 35-27. The Pilots have an 8-point lead. Kelsey Lenzi with a 3-pointer. Welcome back inside the Child Center after the timeout called by Hawaii. They trailed by 8, 35-27. Brian Slyke and Jennifer Mountain with the call.
Well, we talked about those first couple minutes being really crucial. Hawaii's really struggled, hasn't scored for almost 3 minutes and 4 turnovers in that time frame. They've got to do a better job of taking care of the ball and getting quality possessions if they want a chance to be back in this game.
Fowler lets loose from deep, and a long rebound, chased down by Frawley. Spins inside, gets it to Fowler, almost a travel. Back to Fowler, getting around Spiller, kicks it out to Burnham. 10 on the shot clock. Burnham drives in the paint, floater over Spiller goes. She's got 14.
Good job of being patient there. Swung the ball. Nice penetration and drive, and a great little pull-up right over the top of somebody.
Frawley comes over, cuts off Imai. Burnham lost her footing. That allowed Toms to get deep through the paint. Offensive rebound by Spiller, blocked from behind by Cochran.
Cochran just has such great timing coming from behind right there.
Foul called on Perez.
Kind of lost a great job of just coming from behind.
And you see the foul right there.
Yeah.
She grabbed Fowler at the elbow, it looked like. Ten-point lead for the Pilots. They won 91-77 back in Hawaii a year ago.
And Portland does just a great job of spreading the floor here with this lineup. They got a lot of length.
Keep it outside. Screen by Fowler. 7 on the shot clock. Gives it up to Burnham. Another 3 17 points for Burnham.
And she's shooting 70% from the floor and 3 of 4 from the three-point line. And again, it's the type of shot that she's getting. She's getting looks off of driving kicks. You know, she created the drive, little mid-range pull-up on the last possession. Just getting good offensive looks at the rim.
Burnham's career high is 25 that she set at Sacramento State when she was a part of the Eastern Washington Eagles. She's got a good opportunity to surpass that tonight. The only one in double digits right now for Portland. Spiller hit one in the first half, can't connect there. Meek up to Burnham. Cochran sets up for position on the block, and the pass taken away by Phillips.
Whoa.
Got away with a travel, and it's a rebound by the Pilots.
I'm not sure how there wasn't contact called on that penetration.
Burnham gets her own rebound. Goes out to Spiller. Yeah, it almost looked like she didn't land correctly because there was contact the last time that Phillips drove.
Both teams just look a little rushed on the shot opportunities.
Pilots take a 13-point lead into the media break. 4:31 left to go. As Burnham cashing in from deep. She's got 17. Welcome back inside the Chiles Center. After the media break, Portland has a 13-point lead due to an 8-0 run over the last 3.5 minutes, and Hawaii has been held scoreless for the last 5 minutes and 15 seconds, and that streak will continue.
And that's a good look for Phillips. I mean, she's athletic. She can make that shot. Both teams really struggling from the floor. Right now in this third quarter, just under 15% for Hawaii and 27% for Portland.
Fowler faked the handoff, had it taken away by Spiller, and they're actually going to call a foul on Spiller. That will be her second personal, and the third foul on Hawaii. Well, that extra shove at the very end probably didn't help either.
No. Good misdirection.
And Fowler can't finish. She'll head to the line. Some frustration as another bucket doesn't go.
Yeah, you don't usually see her show too much emotion.
No.
You can see the frustration. Nice little back cut right there to the rim. Drew the foul. But again, you know, no field goals tonight so far.
See the stats right there, 3 points, 4 rebounds, and Ofer from the floor as she makes another free throw. Bruno will come in for Burnham. And then in for Hawaii, it's going to be McBee for Phillips. Lefotu up the middle of the court, through the press. Poked away by Shearer. Unga is now in the game for Hawaii. Foul called. Foul on Meek, that'll be her first personal, the second one on the Pilots. Cochran will come in for Fowler.
And Perez on that penetration right there, I think she kind of didn't realize how open she was, kind of hesitated, continued on, and obviously got herself to the free throw line.
Perez ends nearly a 6-minute drought with no points, but still no field goals during that time for Hawaii.
Yeah, you got to credit Portland's defense. Again, not getting the traditional turnovers in the full court, but doing the job in the half.
Travel called on Shearer, so the basket does not count. Meek poking it away there on the inbound.
Shearer's just so long and athletic.
Lefotu up the sideline and taken away by Bruno. She'll convert that into points.
Good anticipation by Bruno and a great finish. And you can feel the pressure turn up and the intensity turn up here from Portland on both sides of the basketball.
Another look at the Bruno basket.
Good anticipation.
You know, you can always think that you could prepare for this type of pressure by Portland, but once you get to that third quarter, there's nothing that is quite similar.
Well, and like we've talked about, I mean, with the depth, again, they just have people coming in and out.
Halfway down and out right there on the shot for Hawaii.
Unfortunate if you're Hawaii. That's a good look in transition.
Kaitu'u gets the basket.
I'll tell you, she's much improved from last year. I really like what I've seen from Liana, and it's going to be a huge contribution down the road here.
McBee to Perez, and we've got an in-and-one situation as Kaitu'u will get called for the foul. That'll be her second, team's third.
Kaitu'u kind of got stuck in no man's land right there, whether it's going out on the pass, kind of right in between, and picks up the foul. Good finish by Perez.
Perez, just a freshman from Denver, Colorado, four-time state champion.
Long and lanky right there.
Avery Watkins will come back in, Perez to the bench. Fowler enters, and Kaitu'u will head to the bench as well. So 14-point lead for the Pilots. Under 3 minutes to go in the third quarter.
Good court vision there by Fowler.
Shearer looking for an open man, finds Bruno across the court, jump stop, off the glass and good.
Well, that was all set up by the fact that she hit the three in the first half, so they have to respect that. Blows by the defense and a nice little pull-up.
Bruno now has 7 points after that last basket. High pass, finds Watkins near the sideline. Spiller trying to get double-digit points, can't get it to go. It'll be one and done for the Rainbow Wahine.
Again, you credit Portland's defense, doing a great job, and 16-point lead here, just under 2 minutes to go in the quarter.
Pass inside, knocked away by McBee.
That's a hard pass, a straight-in pass, the angle right there. It's got to be either bounce pass or up top.
3 Pilots set to come in at the next dead ball. Wahine Kapu going up against Bruno. Drives in, tries to go off glass. She'll get the foul, goes against Bruno, which will be her 4th personal. And the 4th team foul. So Bruno, Shearer, Meek head to the bench. Lindsay, Burnham, and Frawley now on the floor.
Again, there's just that, 3 in, 3 out, and you're not losing a beat. If you're Coach Meek, you got to be pretty happy with that. They have so many weapons this season.
Wahine Kapu hits both free throws. She now has 5 points as Cochran goes to the bench. Kai Tu'u back on the floor.
And not only, the weapons, but I feel like the personnel that have come back, and he's got a lot of returners, have gotten better and, expanded their game a little bit. And that's what, as a staff in the offseason, you're really trying to do that. But I've seen a lot of people do some things at a little higher pace or, just worked on their game, and you can really tell.
6 on the shot clock for Portland. Lindsay picks up her dribble. Now a shot goes up. Off the top of the backboard, offensive rebound, Fowler! She wanted a foul call, but she'll get her first basket.
I think she's just happy she made a shot.
Hasn't been easy tonight, but finally the first one goes with under a minute to go in the third quarter. Wahine Kapu.
Nice little hesitation right there.
About 7 seconds between game clock and shot clock.
I would anticipate a little bit of a backdoor look here. Good job.
Something sort of like that.
Yeah.
As Lindsay gets fouled with 12.3 left to go in the quarter. Wahine Kapu gets called for the foul.
She did a good job of making sure she got the shot off, too, to get herself to the free throw line. A lot of players just would caught it and gone down.
Now, Lindsay redshirted last year, but was 1,000% free throw shooter the year before, and right now is just 2 for 5 from the stripe, make it 2 for 6. Five left in the quarter. Wahine Kapu gets blocked by Kelsey Lindsay. Look at that, all smiles.
Not too often do you see the point guard with a shot block like that.
I'm gonna have to check the record books. That may be her first block in her Pilot career. Pilots have a 14-point lead as we head to the fourth quarter, 50-36 on the WCC network. Well, blocks come in all shapes and sizes. Sometimes it's 6'6" from Lucy Cochran. The other times, well, how about 5'7" from Kelsey Lindsay? She's got 5 points and 1 block as she got that just before the buzzer went off in that third quarter.
First block of her career.
Yep, first block of her career. Junior from Seattle, Washington.
Again, I think these first couple minutes, if you're Hawaii, Really have got to defensively lock Portland down here, and then offense got to go a little bit quicker, but get quality shots and knock some shots down. Good steal right there.
Phillips in transition after the steal, and she'll get an and one opportunity. Frawley gets called for the foul.
Great job of using her body and creating the contact on the penetration, obviously in full court, but good hands, off to the races right there. And you can see Frawley kind of trying to get out of the way, but I think she kind of got her with her left arm. And if you're Hawaii, that's a great start to the quarter.
Phillips now has 16 points. Her career high is 24. Fowler near the elbow. Burnham with it. She had a great first half, and she gets denied by Spiller. Pilots back on defense.
Good penetration. Again, letting the officials are letting them play.
Lefotu in the paint, picks up her dribble, turn around over Kai Tu'u, using the glass it goes.
And it's a 9-point game with just under 9 minutes. Good job by Hawaii right out of the gate. And if you're Portland, you can use clock a little bit here. You don't want to slow it down too much and get away from what you're really good at. But time and score situation right here, they've got to be smart.
Kickball violation will keep it with Portland. 20 on the shot clock.
And they're best when they're aggressive and they're going, and that's a great take right there.
Spin inside by Fowler, and she'll head to the free throw line. And that one will go against Orji. That'll be her fourth.
What I love about this is, you know, she's struggled to score from the field, but knows that her team really needs a bucket right now. That's leadership right there.
Watkins will come in. Orji goes to the bench for Hawaii. Shearer on the floor. Frawley heads to the bench. Lucy Cochran set to come in for Fowler at the next dead ball. It should be right now. Oh no, she's actually coming in for Kai Tu'u. Press set up for Portland.
This is a really good lineup to put a ton of pressure. There's a lot of length, and right there, right off the bat.
Lindsay got her defender to jump, finds Fowler underneath. There's the bucket that she needs. She's got 11 points now.
Great extra pass right there by Lindsay. A nice little drive and kick.
Phillips goes quick up against Cochran. No foul called. As two bodies bump into each other. Lefotu will get called for the foul. That'll be her second and the team's second in this quarter.
Phillips doing a great job this quarter of just taking it right at Portland, having some success in the full end half.
Elsie Imai checks in. Lefotu to the bench. Phillips with 18 points to go along with 2 assists and a rebound. And 23 minutes of work. Burnham underneath. That high-low action again by the Pilots.
And there's where you have a mismatch, and they have so many long guards. Just super smart.
Burnham retakes the game-high lead in points with 19. There, she gets a steal. To Fowler, and hit hard from behind.
That was a hard foul.
Very hard foul. You'll get another look at it right here. And I think they're going to give that one a look at the monitor.
Yeah, I think they're going to go look at it. But, you know, once I saw that on the replay, you know, it looked a lot worse than in full speed than it did right here. You can see Burnham with the steal on the, and here she comes. Okay, and they are going to review this for contact. I think she swatted the ball pretty hard. It just, the momentum of it took Fowler to the ground.
Yeah, I was going to say that probably didn't seem like it was necessarily on Phillips, but the other defender behind Fowler, it seemed like not necessarily a push, but that's more of where the action came from. It sounded worse with the slapping of the ball from Phillips, like you said.
Yeah. I mean, she made a play on the basketball, so I don't think they'll call a flagrant on this. Take another look at it here.
Yeah, see, it's not Phillips. It's Imai, excuse me, because she slapped Fowler hard in the face right there.
And to be honest with you, I was looking at Phillips, and that's going to be, I think, a flagrant foul.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't see any way around it, especially with that last view that we had that we looked at. It seemed pretty obvious. I mean, Fowler just gets beaten up so much, but like a true leader, she continues to get back up, get to the line, hit the next basket, whatever it is that her team needs. She seems unfazed despite catching elbows and hitting the floor hard.
Well, she's a competitor, number one, and you know what I love about this kid is, number one, she had 2 points in the first half, right? And hasn't had a lot of opportunity or easy opportunities to score. And quite frankly, she's got a target on her back every time she touches it. She's going to get double teamed. She's going to get triple teamed. They're going to make her give it up. But, you know, she's hung in there. She's got 11 points right now. And really, I would say the last 4 or 5 minutes has been the key person offensively for Portland.
Yeah, she has the 11 points with 4 rebounds, but even though she had those 2 points in the first half, she also has 7 assists, so she's getting her teammates involved even when she isn't necessarily the one that's putting up the production.
Right, and that's what we're talking about. Ball goes inside to her. People are, you know, dropping from the guard spot. They're dumping down, trying to double team, dig it out. She kicks it back out, and, you know, right from the get-go, Burnham was knocking down shots, and a lot of that was from a kick back out from Fowler. She's got good court vision, you know, and does a great job of recognizing. I mean, this is not anything new that she hasn't faced before, getting double teamed and so forth. So just a good job of making the correct read to get it to the right people.
Referee still over at the replay monitor, trying to figure out if this will be a flagrant foul or not. See the stats right there, 11 points, 7 assists, and 4 rebounds for Fowler. 7 points from the free throw line, only 2 made field goals on the day. The other thing I've noticed, we've seen rotations of about 3 come in for Portland, so not as deep of a bench.
After review, the play has been upgraded to intentional foul because it meets the criteria of excessive and unnecessary.
So we have an answer. It's going to be upgraded to an intentional foul by Hawaii.
Excessive contact, which I think is the right call after seeing that. Again, I was looking at the ball more than anything, and she got hit across the face. It's the right call.
Now remind me, that means free throws and then the ball back too, right, or no?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So Fowler will go to the line where she's already 7 of 8 on the night. In fact, she's made 7 of the team's 9 free throws.
And that's an area that they've kind of struggled this evening, 50%.
Yeah, 9 of 16 before that last free throw from Fowler. And she goes 2 for 2, and now 9 of 10 overall on the night.
Well, you find a way to score. That's the bottom line, and that's what she's doing.
Yep. Emmy Shearer set to inbound after that foul. McKenna Hare is into the game.
And again, you just think, you know, you see Portland responding here. I thought Hawaii did a nice job of making a quick little run here in the beginning of the quarter. And just smart play.
Shearer wraps it around to Fowler. She gets fouled and will head to the line. Ava Ungatau also checked in for Hawaii that last dead ball. Here's another look at that last play.
Nice little wrap around.
Good players find a way to contribute, and Fowler continues to do so from the free throw line. Now 11 of 12 from the stripe with 15 points.
Well, one of their goals was minimize her touches and make it extremely hard on her to score. And they've done that from the field. Now they've ended up fouling her a little bit too often, but they certainly have not. She has not had an easy night offensively.
Fowler picked up her second foul right there. Portland's on a 6-0 run over the last 40 seconds.
Little 1-3-1 half court here by Portland. Good job of mixing up the defense.
Bruno steps in front, tipped away by Cochran, and it's a rebound by Portland.
Nice tip right there.
Meek into the corner, finds Bruno. Yeah, I like that she didn't rush that shot right there, even though she was open, but that pass had the defender all over Fowler.
Yeah, her defense was sitting in front of Fowler. She needs to shoot that ball.
And it seems to be a timeout call by Portland with 6:46 left to go in today's contest. So 6:46 left to go.
Great couple minutes here offensively for Portland. And like I said, I thought right out of the gate here in this fourth quarter, Hawaii made a nice little push, nice little run, and Portland has responded and done a great job of just increasing this lead to 17.
I want to go back to something you talked about at halftime. It was points off of turnovers. Hawaii had 10, Portland only had 5. Now Portland's got 21, Hawaii only has 15, so it's been a big swing of 16-5 in favor of Portland in points off of turnovers since halftime.
You know, both teams, Hawaii's got 17 turnovers and Portland 16 for the game.
Fowler's got an open three. She's short on it. And Cochran keeping the defender off with one arm. Kept it in bounds with the other. Ayers pass intercepted by Shearer.
Yeah, you float a pass across the court against these guys, it's going to get picked off because there's constant movement and constant reads.
Meek can't hit the three. Bruno chasing down the rebound with Spiller. Ends up in the hands of Hare.
Good hustle.
Unga Tau will head to the line. Foul called on Shearer. That'll be Shearer's first personal and the third one on the Pilots in this quarter.
I think this is a good call. Yeah, she moved right, just slid right into her. That's a good way to get a Charlie horse.
Liana Kai 2 and Maisie Burnham come onto the court for the Pilots. Fowler and Shearer will take a moment. Unga Tau with the free throw. The two free throws ends a nearly 2-minute and 45-second drought for Hawaii as they trail by 15.
And if you are Hawaii, I think they might even start picking up the pressure a little bit more in this full court, trying to make Portland go a little bit quicker.
Pass inside to Burnham. She got pushed, but no foul called off of her hand. It'll be Hawaii basketball.
Again, the right idea. The high-low option has been there all night long. Just got to execute the passes a little bit more touch.
Unga Tau pressured by Lindsay. Now it's Lindsay and Bruno. Burnham tried to come in and get the steal on Phillips. She gets called for the foul. That'll be Burnham's third, team's fourth.
Good anticipation again, just a couple steps short there. But that's what they're trying to do, is create that on that reversal. Somebody throwing a slow pass, soft pass, and picking that thing off.
Phillips puts her head down against Bruno, and the floater goes.
She's a talented guard. I like her.
She's got 20 points.
They've got some good pieces. This team's going to do a great job this season. You know, it's so early. new combinations, learning the system. You're on the road. The pace in which Portland plays is really hard to prepare for, like we've talked about.
I think this is just a good early season matchup for both teams. Hawaii's supposed to win the Big West. Portland was picked second in the WCC. There's a travel by Unga Tau.
Absolutely. I think it's a great preseason opportunity for both squads.
Yeah, just a real chance to test yourself against another high-powered mid-major program. As Lindsay and Cochran went to the bench, Fowler and Samia back on the floor.
Yeah, we mentioned they lost, 1-point game against Oregon State the other night. And without, a WNBA player from your squad last year, it's just new roles, new system for some.
Mind you, Hawaii lost on a last-second foul, which put the Beavers on the line. Fowler knocking down the three. She's got 18 points now.
Yeah, I didn't think that stat was going to stay.
Phillips drives and takes a hard foul.
She's just putting her head down and going.
She is. Foul called on Samia. That'll be her first personal, the team's 5th.
Well, it's working. I mean, good job of, again, drawing contact and getting yourself to the free throw line. Very athletic, very versatile.
20 points for Phillips. Her career high is 24. She misses the free throw. Her first miss from the charity stripe. She was 3 for 3 prior to that. .21 points now.
We got a chance to talk with Coach Beeman and, the type of kids that she's been recruiting. They do a ton of community service, working with the YWCA, Special Olympics. Loves the character of these guys, and that's what it's all about.
I think that just goes back into the team culture of being unselfish and helping out in any way that you can. You talk about volunteering work, it's almost as if they don't do enough. Like the kids are wanting to keep doing more and more. And I believe they hosted a basketball clinic for kids at what Coach Beeman said was an opportune age.
Yep. They've worked with the homeless in the state and just all kinds of stuff. And very impressed from everything that I heard. And that's what a student athlete is all about.
Phillips now point away from her career high. She has 23 points. Kaitu has it beyond the elbow. Fowler takes the elbow jumper, falls to the ground in front of Imai. She's off and running.
Imai's done some good things tonight too. Nice little handle.
Back to Phillips. All iron. Rebound taken by Fowler. Lead pass to Burnham, and
good job of pulling that out.
Yep, kick it back out to Frawley. Under 3 minutes left to go in our game. 15-point lead for Portland, 65-50. Freshman spins out of some trouble, and she picked up her foot. That's a travel.
I like this kid. I think she's going to do a great job for Coach Meek, and she's got a little of almost like a maturity she doesn't seem like a freshman to me.
Yeah. Yeah, she handles herself with such composure out on the floor. Lindsay comes in for her. Frawley just cutting off Phillips right there. And Bahini Kapu airballs that one.
Frawley just does all the things that never show up on the stat sheet, but that kid plays so hard. I mean, just cut her off.
Mm-hmm. Again, she came all the way across the court.
Yeah. She's the Energizer bunny that never stops.
Pilots keep it outside, 10 on the shot clock, under 2 minutes to go. Quick pass inside to Burnham, and an easy one off the glass gives her 21.
And another assist by Fowler right there.
Toms gets the basket. That'll be her first points. Go along with an assist.
She came up limping a little bit. Again, smart, just time and score right now. Use the clock.
Yeah, Toms is still limping after that last play. Burnham dribbles it off of her foot. Turnover. Lead pass up to Phillips. And Phillips has a new career high, 25.
Smart by Lindsay, not trying to make anything happen there. Just give that one up and not put somebody at a free throw line.
Burnham gets fouled by McBee. That'll be the third foul on McBee. Toms leaves the court. Imai will come back on. So Burnham will check out after the free throws. She's got 22 points, 2 off of her career high at 24.
The thing that's nice about that point production is it wasn't forced. It was, you know, she took what was given, took good shots, inside and out. She posted somebody up. Had opportunities when Alex was getting double teamed to shoot the 3, and just an overall really good, solid offensive performance.
I think you'll find that throughout the season, you're going to have a lot of these games where somebody's going to be putting up a lot of points, and it's not because they're trying to force it to anybody, but the open opportunities because of how this offense is run.
Yeah, and again, they just have so many darn weapons. I mean, you take one thing away, somebody else can knock down the shot. I mean, they have the skill level in all spots with multiple people. So it makes it really hard to prepare and scout against, to be honest with you.
Fowler with a block, and she gets the loose ball. Lead pass up to Shearer. Phillips tried to take it away. She hits the chair hard, and she seems to be okay.
Good hustle play, and I think she's okay.
And Shearer made that last basket. She now has 6 points. Emily Sewell will check in. Emma Streeline, Chance Bucher, Maddie Condren, and Malika Samia will check in for the final 34 seconds and change.
Well, a really good, complete game. Obviously, you learn every night out things to improve on and this and that. But again, I think personnel-wise, they're going to learn from it. They got a big test coming up on Sunday with Stanford coming in the building, which will be a great opportunity for Portland.
Yeah, they've got a couple of big opponents. Also hosting Washington State as well.
Yep.
And I believe they go down to Eugene.
On the 3rd.
10 seconds left. Bucher will dribble it out. And that will bring a conclusion to our game. A 70-54 victory for the Portland Pilots over the Hawaii Rainbow Wahine. And Jen, any thoughts on tonight's contest?
I thought there were some really good moments. I thought really for the first time they played against an opponent that handled the full court pressure, so they had to find another way to win and another way to score. You know, you don't often see Alex Fowler not scoring that well from the field, but I thought she did a great job leadership-wise taking over the ball game in the second half. And Maisie Burnham, great offensive possessions, great offensive performance, and they just, again, the depth that Portland has, I think they're going to give people a lot of trouble this season.
Well, speaking of causing trouble for some of the opponents, let's take a look at their upcoming schedule before we let you go tonight. For the Pilots, as Jen just mentioned a few moments ago, they've got Stanford on Sunday. Then they take on San Diego State and UC San Diego. And then over that Thanksgiving week, they head out to Houston and take on the Cougars at 7 p.m. That was Jennifer Mountain. I'm Brian Sly. Thank you so much for tuning into our broadcast today. It's a victory for the Pilots. They open up 2-0 on the new season, a 70-54 victory over the Rainbow Wahine. We'll be back next time around on the WCC Network.